Okay, just to sort of bring this towards an end then. So this is where we currently are, and if we think of a vision for physical education, so the Association for PE, the Youth Sport Trust, they're the sort of bodies in the UK that oversee the physical education that is delivered in our schools. The vision that the Association for PE and the Youth Sport Trust have come up with for the primary PE and the school sport premium is that the funding that goes into these primary schools now is to make sure that all young children are able to leave physically literate with the knowledge, skills and motivation necessary to equip them for a healthy lifestyle and lifelong participation in physical activity and sport. So if I'm the government now and I'm giving every school £10,000 a year to support this vision, again, I would want to know, right, are kids leaving school physically literate? Have they got knowledge? Are they leading healthy lifestyles? Are they lifelong participants? And again, I'm not sure whether that's taking place. The government are giving the schools the money. There are strict criteria for each school to target and hit, but whether it's actually happening is another matter. And I know when the government first introduced this scheme in 2012, they simply gave the school the money and the school spent it. There was no evaluation or outcomes at the end of it. And then they thought, right, we need to make sure we're giving the schools the money. This is what you're expected to do for it. So they have to achieve criteria. But again, I'm not sure whether how stringently or how robust that process is. And you'll see, so when the schools are given this money, so the primary school sport premium offer, they'll be given clear objectives and criteria that they have to hit to demonstrate that they're using the money effectively to improve the primary school sport PE curriculum. In terms of the focus of this government investment then, it's about improving the quality of PE, it's about increasing participation, it's about improving the quality of teacher training, and that schools understand and value the benefits of high quality PE. So mainly focused on primary schools, but at least the schools, primary schools have got that direction to help and support them. Schools are monitored to see if they are improving. So are schools offering more activities? Is participation increasing? Is the profile of PE being raised? Is there more pupils physically active? So these are the sorts of things that the government are monitoring now to demonstrate, right, we've put £10,000 into that school each year. These are the criteria that we're looking that should improve. Okay, so most recently then, again, the government are looking at updating their strategies all the time. So July 2015, the government have produced a new sports strategy. So it's really continuing what they started in 2010. So it's a focus on primary schools, it's a focus on a PE sport premium. Probably looking at more how they can encourage kids to be physically active outside the school. So yeah, these policies, these strategies are constantly updated. Just to bring it to a close then, so again, if I'm being cynical then, so you can see some of the criticism. So I think lots of people, when the Labour government's funding was cut and the Conservative government came in, lots of people thought, right, this is the end of PE in school sport, that we've missed the opportunity to build on the success of the 2012 Olympics. But I think the Conservatives have come in, and because they focused on primary schools, that's a good move. Whether it's the best move in terms of having coaches go in and support the generalist teachers, I'm not so sure of. I would have liked to have seen specialist PE teachers put in primary schools. So I can see why people are going to be quite critical of it, but I think it is. And when we go on to look at the lectures around fundamentals and fundamental movement skills, you'll see why working with primary schools is the most significant opportunity. However, like I said, it might have been better to put in specialist teachers of PE in a primary school. yeah, quite a dry subject when you're looking at policies and strategies and politics. But hopefully you get an understanding now that the money that pays people like yourselves to go into schools and coach, the money that pays new facilities, new equipment, it doesn't just come from nowhere. It's coming from the government, and the government have got a clear agenda and criteria in terms of what they want to achieve from that funding. And it might not always be the best objectives. There's always an ulterior motive behind why the government might fund school sport in a particular way.